faith to walk on water. So once you're there, say amen, and we'll get started. Won't keep you too long tonight, but want to get some points across. Need your participation and your insight. I value that immensely. So here we are. I'm reading out of the NIV, so just follow along in whatever version that you might have, or if you have an electronic device, you can convert to the NIV, I know, so that will be helpful. Verse 22. Immediately Jesus made the disciples get into the boat and go on ahead of him to the other side while he dismissed the crowd. Now, obviously, this is right after he had fed the multitude. And so he called into the disciples on his cell phone and, and said, go on ahead of me and get to the other side. After he had dismissed them, he went on up on a mountainside by himself to pray. Later that night, he was there alone. And the boat was already a considerable distance from land, buffeted by the waves or beaten up by waves because of the wind that was against them. Shortly before dawn, or what they call the fourth watch, 3-4 o'clock in the morning, Jesus went out to them walking on the lake. When the disciples saw him walking on the lake, they were terrified. It's a ghost, they said, and cried out in fear. But Jesus immediately said to them, take courage. It is I. Don't be afraid. Lord, if it's you, Peter replied, tell me to come to you on the water. Come, he said. Then Peter got down out of the boat, walked on the water, and came toward Jesus. But when he saw the wind, he became frightened. And beginning to sink, he cried out, Lord, save me. Immediately Jesus reached out his hand and caught him. You of little faith, he said, why did you doubt? And when they climbed into the boat, the wind died down. Then those who were in the boat worshiped him, saying, truly, you are the Son of God. May the Lord add a blessing to the reading of his word. Amen. First off, we're going to go back to verse 22 and 23. After Jesus dismisses his disciples to go on ahead of him, he went up instantly to pray by himself. How many of us actually spend time alone with God? That is so important to our relationship. It grows our faith. It grows us in him. Because without him, we don't grow. Without that relationship with him, we can't grow. And our growth is of a spiritual nature, not just of a knowledge nature of the things of this world, but of a knowledge of him, who he is, how great he is, and how awesome he is to our lives. We also get a perspective of what we're supposed to do when we spend that time with him one-on-one. With that, why do you think it's so important, outside of those things that I mentioned, to spend time one-on-one with God? What are some of the things that you've encountered or experienced regarding your one-on-one time with God? Some things that you know are important to your life and going forward. Go ahead, Donald.
It's like having a personal relationship with him. It's like, and you can talk to him and listen, and he'll answer you.
Amen. Why is that so important?
For your growth.
Mm-hmm. For your personal growth. What else? Get closer. Why is being close to God so important? I'm going to stretch your brains tonight. I think Being close to God, I know personally, has always been important to know which way he's moving. If you're close to God, if he moves left, you know, I need to move a little bit left here. Let me dodge that bullet. It's important to be close to him because you need to know when God is moving, how he's moving in your life, either that be individually or, for that matter, congressionally. I mean, as a church, we need to know which way God is moving, because if we don't know which way he's going, how do we know which way we should be going? We could be somewhere off in left field saying, oh, we feel that God is, called us to this, when God is like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm over here and you're over there. Get